What's going on, y'all? This is your girl, the Queen Miss Candy, and I'm back in the building once again to let y'all know to come check out my very first podcast for the Queen Miss Candy radio show. On this episode, I'm going to be talking about how I got into the modeling industry, the music industry, and definitely the radio industry, just talking about the hardships and the rough days that myself and my kids have gone through to get us to where we are. So make sure y'all go check that out every Sunday. I will have a new episode. So I'm excited to announce that we here, y'all. So make sure y'all come check out my show. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Queen Candy podcast. Hope, as always, that everyone is, of course, doing good, staying safe. Hope everyone is doing good. Period. Oh boy, y'all. These past 2 days for us have been definitely what you would call a test. Um, Overcoming struggles and challenges with everything that's going on, in our life right now, and just facing them head on instead of running and hiding like a lot of us, tend to do. We are a Muslim woman and we are a follower of Allah and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And for anyone that knows that, they know that we're living a whole completely different life now. So to anyone that hears this, when we're not even gonna say if, when people try to attack you or, try to destroy you for whatever reason, y'all please know it has nothing to do with you. We can relate to that right now. We have someone we used to be acquainted with and constantly call, constantly tries to start drama, and they obviously want attention. And that's really not the type of person that we are. We omit that drama. We've gotten to that point where we got it out of our life. And we don't have to put up with the thing that we don't want to from anyone. We don't care if it's husband, family, friends, anyone we working with on a professional level. We don't have to, because we done finally got to the point after all the hell we done been through where we love ourselves and we respect ourselves. And that's something, we're going to continue to do always. But, going through, challenges and stuff the past couple of days, tonight's topic is going to be 10 ways to overcome challenges in your life, which we all are facing some kind of challenge right now. Whether you can relate or not, honestly, doesn't really matter. Everyone is fighting their own war and their own battle, if you will, trying to do their best to make it and survive and get to the next day. That's our life. And we live a completely different lifestyle. So the old us and how we used to handle things, and pretty sure the same thing for y'all, has to change. So we're gonna get into all that in a minute, y'all. We're gonna hit y'all with some of our music because we produce as well. We're the co-CEO of Military Camp Records with our husband. So all the music that y'all gonna hear on the Queen Candy podcast is original music. We are gonna be starting to promote independent artists. We're getting a lot of interviews, y'all. So Allah's the greatest for that. So starting Saturday, y'all gonna hear us. We been connecting and networking with a lot of people and opening some doors and gonna be going upside heads, whole 9 yards. Well, y'all can look for that later on this month. It's gonna be whoever wants to work with us, honestly. We don't discriminate or refuse anything at all. So, with all that being said, y'all, like we said, we're going to hit y'all with some music and we're going to be back with this evening's topic. So, we'll be right back on the Queen Candy podcast. All right, y'all. We are back on the Queen Candy podcast. So, been excited to talk about this topic, y'all. So, we finna go ahead and get right on into it. Tonight, we're talking about 10 ways to overcome challenges in life. So, like we were saying before we went into the break, y'all, everybody is going through, their own challenges and things right now. You know, it's not a competition. We ain't in no race or nothing like that. But we all know everything that's going on, on the news and in people's personal life. A lot of people are overcoming a different challenge, whether it's a challenge from your past, present, that can change and shape your future. We all dealing with something just like us right now. And we said this on previous shows, we going through a situation too, y'all, but we still staying focused, remembering the goal, the ultimate goal, and doing the things that we love to do. Because if you always wait, for things to be perfect, you're going to be waiting, forever. So you have to overcome whatever challenge or issue that you're going through, and don't let nobody, especially people that ain't trying to do nothing for themselves, get in your way. Like, for real. So with that, all that being said, we're going to get into number one. The first thing we have to do, and a lot of people don't do, is make a plan. You can't just do whatever you're going to do all willy-nilly and crazy. It's not going to work out like that. Now, no one is psychic, so we don't know what the future can hold. But, when you look at the pattern in your life and you see what challenges or whatever issues, you done struggle with, and this is another thing we don't do, we don't look at the outcome. A lot of us just think, and we don't think and react. We just sometimes react or we think, but we never really do both. We never look at the outcome until it's like too late. When, as a lot of people say, the damage has already been done. And sometimes, very rarely, y'all, that can be fixed. So whether you want to start a business or, you want to go to school or you want to produce, you want to change your life, you still got to have a plan. And this is something that we didn't learn in our past two relationships. We did do the smart thing and leave. We did leave. But what we didn't do is have our own plan. So we were stuck, for real, facing our own, struggles, trying to figure it out, looking like, what in the world did we get ourselves into? Now, when we go through hell, it prepares you to be better. And it should prepare you to make better decisions. And we're guilty of being stupid too, y'all. So we already know we had to get our head banged up against the wall numerous times, before we really got and understood what our role really was and how to love ourselves and not to allow an approval from other people. You're going to have bullies, and it's amazing people that think they're actually doing something to you when in reality they're hurting themselves and they're showing their character. That's why we said in the beginning, when people try to attack you and destroy you, it's not you. They see something in you that they want to kill. They see something in you that they want to destroy, especially, and y'all know when you're trying to do better. When you're trying to follow your dreams and start your own business, you don't want to work for anybody else. And we can say it's some personal experience. Just had it happen today. And it's something special in you. And we had to realize it's something special in us. Why else would people try to destroy you or, attack you? Because they don't want to see you succeed. They don't want to see you happy. They so worried about what you're doing in your life that they ain't even taking the time to get theirs right. And like we said, no one is perfect, but we have no room to judge other people, but we do. We do it all the time, and we really shouldn't. Number two, y'all, And this is one we have to remind ourselves of, if you will. No, you're not alone. Like we just said, everybody going through struggle, low points, but some people, and we thought we were good at it, handle hiding it better than other people. We don't know how, but people saw right through us. Our face, it never lies. That's the crazy part. And a lot of times we were ashamed or embarrassed to even let people know what we were going through because we felt like we failed, so bad and we couldn't come back from it. But Allah is the greatest that we were completely wrong. So we're going to say this to y'all. For anyone that feels that way, you're not alone. It's not nothing wrong with reaching out for help. Network, connect with people. Say how you feel in a constructive way, not in a attack, and we got to try to change that too. And express your concerns in your life, even if you gotta just stand and take a look at yourself. And a lot of us need to do that. That's what we have to do every day. We do it. We getting graded, so we grade ourselves. And sometimes we got to be hard on ourselves. We have to, because life ain't gonna be easy. Not by a long shot. Number 3, y'all. Ooh, just said this. Ask for help. What was number 2? You are not alone. So you can find help. Number 3. And like we just said, we just said this. We used to be ashamed to ask for help. Don't be ashamed. We don't care what you're dealing with. Only thing we say is find someone you can really, really trust. Don't just tell your business to anybody. We had to learn that the hard way. Everyone we ever loved or trusted has hurt us or lied to us or betrayed us in some way with something of value that we had and we trusted them with, even down to our kids. And that's really sad. So that's why we say find someone you can really, really trust, that you can confide in, and they want to help you succeed. Just to plainly put it. Number 4, feel your feelings. Something else a lot of us don't like to do. We want to mask them like it's going to go away and it's not going to come back. And it can become trapped in your body, and you can be a prisoner in your own body, which is always a choice because you can't get out. And it can have consequences on your health, y'all. Dealing with mental illness, stress, arguing, fighting, drama can have an effect on your body if you don't know how to deal with it in a healthy manner. For us, we write. We love it. We love producing music. We love doing our podcast because these 3 areas gives us a chance to vent in a constructive way and not, spaz out or get upset and be yelling and arguing at people. We had to learn, and we still tell ourselves to put that same energy into whatever it is that we're doing. We are the only person that can hold ourselves back. So whatever we feel, we know now to take it to Allah. We ain't got to think. We ain't got to do nothing at all because everything is going to be fixed. And sometimes it may not be in the way that we want, but hey, we can always get dead and not have to deal with anything at all. Just saying. So like we said, y'all, find a constructive way to deal with your feelings. Find someone you can really trust and talk to. That's what we all gonna need. Number 5. Whew, these is hitting. Accept support. Asking for help is only half the journey, y'all. Now, when you asking for help, and it's something we had to learn too, when you asking for help, be willing to accept it. Don't be opening up to people and playing mind games. Nobody don't like that. And accept it. It doesn't make you, and we have to tell ourselves, it don't make you any less of a woman or a man or a human being to accept help. Even we had to learn that just recently. And we opened up and started networking and talking to people, and we were amazed at what happened. We see people out there, going through trying to go to their platform and, do their podcast show just like we are. So we realized, no, we're not alone. We can all connect and, help each other. And we had to tell ourselves, you're not going to be able to do this on your own. You have a lie, you got the messenger. Keep incorporating that with everything you do, and the right people are going to come. You're going to have friends from all walks of life. All walks. And we're welcome to all that. But we had to be willing to open up and accept that. Be open to receiving help when you need it. Because we still have to learn, as a messenger teach, to do for ourselves. But when people want to offer you help, there's nothing wrong with accepting it at all. Number 6, and it's another thing we don't like to do, help others. The old saying goes, y'all, check this out. What you give is what you get. If you've been through any kind of situation, or you have advice for someone you know is going through something, help them. Helping others, and it's going to sound a little corny, y'all, but helping others not only helps them, but it can really help you. It can help you change things, whether it be positive or negative. It can bring out something in you that you never really thought was there, or you never saw it was there. And it can unlock a power in you that you never had. You see someone going through something you went through, or you able to help them, help them. And if you can't, don't hurt them. Why do that? Don't hurt them. We're not saying feel sorry or have pity, but this just us speaking. Like, we've been through homeless, domestic violence, child abuse, all that. So we know firsthand, what it's like to feel alone and not really have even your own family there for you. So if you can help someone, help them, and don't expect something in return. That's what a lot of us don't want to do. We don't want to help nobody unless we can get the benefit out the deal. And that's how this whole world is operating. And it should never, ever be like that. You can get the biggest blessing possible or the biggest breakthrough possible when you help someone and you don't expect nothing out to do it. You just do it because that's kind of hard that, you have. So help people. It can help you, y'all. Number 7, think big. This is something we had to learn as well. Because it can be very easy, y'all, to think small because you're afraid of failure or even making a simple decision. But if you want to accomplish anything in life, y'all, anything, you have to be willing to take a risk. No matter what challenges you have, and that's what we're talking about. Always think and dream big, y'all. We used to think we was weird when we were a kid, even now, because we always think of the bigger picture with everything that we do. And we just tell ourselves every day, y'all, no matter how big or how remote the support is that we get, we tell ourselves we're going to make it. We're going to succeed. We're going to help others. We're going to wake them up, bring them into their own, because we have to. We got a responsibility. So we can't stop. We can't afford to quit or fail. So that's a fear and emotion we have to get rid of fast. We can't. You have to think big. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with walking out the house, A1, looking nice, feeling good about yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. Let them say what they're going to say, haters. Yes, we said it, haters, because they don't want it. or they're not willing to do what you're willing to do to get there. Think big. Not saying be conceited or be cocky or have a big ego. Stay humble. But yeah, you can have a better life and think big. Number 8, and we almost done, y'all. Have a positive mindset. We used to be our own worst enemy. And a lot of us tend to do that because what you think can always be your reality. So this is something that we're trying to do, is to train our mind to think with positive thoughts, no matter what happens, no matter what Allah gives us, no matter what He takes away. We find the bright side in any situation. No matter how happy we are, whatever, it don't matter. You have to take time and be aware of your mental health as well. And you can practice that awareness through, meditation, which is something we like to do. And we need to get back on that too, because we ain't done that in a while. We've been so busy getting our schedule and stuff together and, other techniques. And what we do, and this going to sound a little silly, but we kind of have a positive conversation with ourselves. Whether we mess up or we doing good or we in between, whatever the case may be, we have a positive conversation with ourselves. Because we refuse. We refuse to give other people power. And if no one else gonna pat us on the back, we gonna pat our own self on the back. Not a shot. That's how we roll. That's it. And we tell ourselves we're gonna get up, do this. It's not gonna be easy, but we have that power in us. That's what we just tell ourselves. And we check ourselves. Like, all right, okay, what you doing? That's not what we doing no more. So, that's what we tell ourselves as well. And you keep doing that repeatedly over and over, and you can stop the negative thoughts. Ours have slowed down, to be honest. They have. And we barely have them anymore. Barely have them. Because it's weakness to us now. And we know for a fact we may be a lot of things, but weak isn't one of them. Number 9. This is probably the most important one. Not that all of these aren't, but this is one we really have to tell ourselves every day. Don't give up. Y'all, we got so many people in our life, y'all, and we not saying no names, we not taking no shots, but this is the truth. We got so many people, including what happened to us today, y'all, waiting for us to fail, waiting for us to come back with our tail between our legs, like, we didn't do it or we didn't succeed. Like, we can't think for ourselves or we're stupid. Or they can intimidate us or bully us into doing what they want us to do or being who they want us to be. And for as long as we started our modeling career and our music career, it happened before then too. But it increased then, and learning Islam, it increased even more. So we were already used to it. We just didn't know Allah was with us at the time. And everybody attacked us, like we said, everyone we trusted, loved, whatever, done betrayed us in some way and thought that it was going to destroy us. And it didn't. We didn't give up. We didn't fold. We didn't know how. Because the way we looked at it was we got 4 kids watching us, so we can't really afford it. Now, we representing all our people. So we really can't. We had this in our head. We're not giving up. Even on the days we're not getting support, with our business or whatever, we're not giving up. Because we have a mission. We on a different path. And we can't put no planet in that. Don't let anyone intimidate you. Don't let anyone bully you. Because they're not willing to do what you're willing to do. Because they want to be a bottom feeder, stay at the bottom, and they don't want to rise up. Like we said, you can think big. You can dream big. There's nothing wrong with that. But be willing to go through whatever you have to go through to get there. have a plan, feel whatever you got to feel, get over it, ask for support if you need it, and don't give up because you're never going to overcome or learn anything if you give up. You just won't. And this is the last one on the list, y'all. Work smart, number 10, not hard. Usually, y'all, there's more than one way to get something done. It always is. Like they say, it's more than one way to skin a cat. Hopefully, we got that right. But if there's one smart way to do it, the best way, we say take that. With our schedule, and we actually have to have a schedule, y'all, because we work a full-time job with our husband during the day, and sometimes that can be long hours, and we got to do our podcast, radio, jewelry, so we do all that in the evening. So sometimes, a lot of days, we're up from about 4 or 5 o'clock till almost midnight. That's our day. We get about 4 or 5 hours of sleep. But we're working smarter and we planning our time in between that. And yes, we do stuff still while we working. We networking, talking to people, and we have to put ourselves on a schedule. Otherwise, everything gonna be happening all crazy, and we confused and we mess around and double book something, and then we got to cancel or move our schedule around. So Allah is the greatest now. We able to get everything on the schedule in the week. We take Saturdays off. We do absolutely nothing on Saturday. And the rest of the days we stick to our schedule. And we hold ourselves accountable, and we plan everything around our job. And we still manage to get it done. You're gonna be tired. The life of an entrepreneur, the life of a hustler is a tired one. It's like never sleep. Straight up, y'all. So we already know if you really want it, you gotta get out there and do it. Take count of your own skills and ideas. When you don't succeed at something, don't stop, but just revamp and find a way to make it better. Network with people, get advice if that's what it's gonna take. So those are the 10 ways we were talking about, y'all. Like we said, it depends on you. It depends on you where you end up in your life. It's never on anybody else. Like we just said it, people gonna try to bully you, intimidate you. They think they're doing something to you, but they're hurting themselves. And you have to be strong enough to push through all that. The hate and the negativity, the non-support, all of it. You gotta be willing to get through it, not them. They done made it clear they're not gonna do that. And you don't have to deal with the thing. We don't care who it is or a person in your life that you don't want to. Straight up. You have to protect your peace and your happiness in your life and have it made up in your mind. Whatever challenge come my way, we don't know y'all story individually. I'm not going to give up. I refuse. I don't know how. So let's fight. Be a soldier, whatever. I will fight you, him, her, everybody. If that's what it's going to take for me to get to where I need to be. That's what we're dealing with right now, y'all. Sometimes you got to get to a crossroad. It's cool. But make the right decision when you get there. On your own. Because we all know how to think. We all know how to think, y'all. So that is the end of our episode for this week, y'all. We'll be back Thursday with a new episode as well. And starting Saturday, we're going to go into season 3, and we're going to be coming at y'all with a whole bunch of interviews. We are very excited, y'all. So if y'all are not following us already, y'all can catch us on any platform that you can hear a podcast under the Queen Candy Podcast. Y'all can follow our Instagram and Facebook under the Queen Candy Podcast. We are looking to do interviews and radio spins for our radio show as well. So y'all can also follow our YouTube page and catch up with us, DM us, and we'll get together and we'll network and work something out. So we are done running our mouth for the evening, y'all. We're gonna hit y'all with one last song. Thank y'all so much for tuning in once again. And we'll talk to y'all next time on the Queen Candy Podcast.